Good morning.
How are we doing today?
Pretty good. Yourself?
Would you like good DA maps?
Please.
All right. You are all set.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great day.
You too now. Okay, we're out at Saguaro National Park. And just to give you, here's an overlook, just what we're going to be looking at today. Well, we come out, it's a nice day, take a little drive, have a picnic lunch. Probably about the last day we'll be able to get outside before the heat gets here too much. So, hope you enjoy where we're taking Loop Trail. Not Loop Trail, Loop Drive. It's about an 8-mile loop around the national park. Remember when I was growing up, every so often, Sunday, get up, go to church, have some lunch, and Dad would want to take us family out for a Sunday drive. I don't know if people still do that today, but you know, when I remember as a kid not really enjoying these things because we were just driving around. We didn't stop and see anything, just driving around. But I do remember one time we went out, this was in York, Pennsylvania. We went out to Camp Betty Washington Road. And for some reason I distinctly remember stopping, and Dad pointed out where he used to go swimming when he was a kid. There was a swimming pool down there. And there wasn't much left of it. By the time when we went by, it wasn't a swimming pool anymore, so nature had started taking over. And I had always remembered that. I used to go down Camp Betty Washington Road sometimes because of where I lived. And I'd always look out for that swimming spot where I used to go. So yes, I do have some distinct memory of those Sunday drives. Seem to have a lot of places to pull off and get out and walk around and see the desert if you so desire. And you should be able to tell why they call it Saguaro National Park. So all the saguaros. It's kind of interesting. You see a lot of large saguaros and a lot of very small saguaros. And you say to yourself, well, where are the medium-sized saguaros? Well, before this was a national park, and even after it became a national park, this was the open range. And after it became a national park, they couldn't cancel the leases for the people that were bringing their cattle out here. So the idea is, for the longest time, yeah, you had the large saguaro, but the cattle would trample the small saguaro. And then, since it takes so long for a saguaro to grow, once it stopped being open range, then you had the small saguaros surviving, but all the ones that would have been medium saguaro were trampled by the cattle. So you have large saguaros, small saguaros, but no medium saguaros. And I don't know if you've noticed, it's a relatively narrow road. Well, it's a one-way loop. Now when you get to the end, about the last mile or so, it is two-way. But that's so people who want to access some trailheads and some picnic areas And I just thought I'd turn off here just to see what's down here. Don't have to do the whole loop just to start the picnic, get to the picnic areas or do the hiking loops. Usually when cars stop like this, there's something to see. But they just seem to be pointing at the flowers coming on the Oya cactus. You find that a lot, that some people drive slower, some people are going a little faster, and if you see somebody behind you that wants to go a little quicker than you, it's always polite to pull off and let them pass. And that's what that guy just did, and it's just the type of people you find out in nature. It's a Micah View picnic area. Yeah, I think we're gonna just take a stop here and just get out and look around. Back on the loop drive. It's a nice little picnic area, restrooms, trailhead. You can do a number of loop trails from there. Nothing challenging or anything, just walk around the low desert, get a feel for the area. Oh, looks like we're coming up to a mesquite grove. I think it takes a little bit of a change in elevation and water to make a real difference in the landscape. Just past the parking lot for the Desert Ecology Trail. Melody and I did a hike there once. Put a link down in the description, try to make a card show up in the video you click on if you want to see. And it's a nice little walk, only quarter mile, but as I said, I'll give you a link to the video then. Or just continuing on the loop. Let's see, some of the cactus is starting to bloom. And the Hoya, prickly pear, you can tell they're getting buds on. The desert in the spring can be beautiful. With all the wildflowers blooming. But sometimes it's hard to time. Oh, I want to go out and see the wildflowers, but it's 98 degrees out there, and don't usually feel much like hiking when it's 98 degrees. Just past the Loma Verde trailhead, parking for about 6-8 cars there. This part of Saguaro East, you can probably do 100 different combinations of loop trails. So you can come off of that trailhead, you can go up to Broadway, Speedway, Micah picnic area, and they're all going to intersect. So there's not a lot of parking spaces right there at that trailhead, but you can get get onto the exact same trails at numerous other places. And if you hear a little extra noise, I had to turn on the AC in the car. I'm supposed to get 78 today, but there's a nice scenic overlook. I said we're out here doing a picnic, and we've driven this plenty of times. But if you're here once and done, make sure you stop at these overlooks. The views are just beautiful, as you can imagine from just what you're seeing through the windshield. Oh, we're coming up on what's called Javelina Rock. So if you ever take this drive, get out and look at the overlooks. Beautiful views. And then when you come out the Javelina Rock up here, make sure you get out of the car and walk around. It's no kind of challenge to climb up them, but it's just good fun. Well, yeah, there's Javelina Rocks there. And there's a little path that goes up them. How brave you are is how high you go. You can just zoom through, park, take a little walk. Gain some altitude. Bunch of javelinas. Yeah, javelinas, acatillas. My wife's now laughing at me for saying. Here's the picnic area we want. Picnic. Hi, Miss Yogi Bear and Boo Boo Bear. Going to go get a picnic basket. I think my favorite line always was, "You can't do that, I'm a government protected bear." Javelina picnic area. Wonder if we'll see any javelinas. I've been here before. It's the most crowded I've ever seen it. I don't know how steady this is going to be since I don't have the gimbal, but this is our picnic area. Sit out there, look out on the rincons. There's my lovely bride putting up my lunch. She is so sweet. And you can grill. Beautiful views, really nice picnic area. And what's for lunch, dear? Looks like we're having, oh, you're going to tell us? Go ahead, honey.
Yes, it is hummus and carrot and raisin sandwich with some panzelli salad and potatoes, brownies. Sound good?
Yes, and all fast compliant because we're still great and holy Lent. So we're still fasting. But just to show you, this is nice. Nice breeze going, overcast so it's not too hot. It's a lovely area. Okay, lunch is finished. And heading out home. It's Javelina picnic area. It's right at the end of the loop. But it was just nice to get out of the house, have a nice Lenten luncheon, and get to commune with nature and try not to run over bicyclists. So that's pretty much the loop. I would encourage you, if you're ever in the Tucson area and want to spend an hour or two just checking out the desert, head out to Saguaro East and take the loop drive. Good fun for all. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, put a comment, press that thumbs up if you liked it, and if you're be so kind, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you'll get a text or I think you send out emails, at least that's what happens. The channels I subscribe to, it sends me an email when a new video is posted, so you won't miss any of the old man exploring on my Search for America tour. Okay, well, everybody have yourself a blessed day now. Coming up to the exit.